Hi everyone, Mahinder from Endeavour Education and Migration Services again. In today's video, we are going to look at the process of general skilled migration. We also call it subclass 491, 190 and 189. So these are three visa subclasses included in general skilled migration process. In very simple terms, you can also call it the process of getting PR in Australia through skilled visa. Okay, so if you guys are watching my channel for the first time, please do not forget to hit that subscribe or follow button, and if you like the content of this video, please share it with your friends. This video is going to be a little bit longer, so please stay with me until the end. So under general skilled migration, we have three subclasses of visa: subclass 491, subclass 190 and subclass 189. I'm making this video on 30th of June 2025, and until this time this information is spot on, but there may be some information that may change in future, such as visa application fees and maybe rules and regulations in future. So those things are not included in this video. As of today, this information is correct. Okay, let's get started. So first of all, 491 visa. So 491 visa is a temporary visa which is valid for 5 years from the date it is granted, and after 3 years you can apply for permanent residency in Australia. This visa requires state's help for you, and we also call it as a process of state nomination. And state gives you 15 points to meet the minimum requirements of points. So the minimum requirements for applying for general skilled migration, you need at least 65 points. So if you apply for subclass 491 visa, state gives you 15 points. That means if you have your own at least 50 points, you can include state's points, 15 points, and make minimum requirement of 65 points. Now this visa is valid for 5 years. After 3 years you can apply for PR. You need state nomination, as I mentioned earlier, and once the visa is granted, you're also eligible for Medicare. Now, when you are a holder of subclass 491 visa, you are required to stay in the regional area, and there are certain conditions that you are required to meet or when you apply for permanent residency in future. And please make sure, if you've got 491 visa grant, then make sure you read your visa grant letter carefully and read all the conditions. So that was for 491 visa. Now next visa is subclass 190 visa. We also call it a state sponsored permanent visa. This visa is a permanent visa. The day it is granted, you are a permanent resident of Australia, so that means you are eligible for benefits such as Medicare, other benefits. If you meet the criteria for citizenship, you can also apply for citizenship. And again, because this is a state sponsored visa, so you require a nomination from the state to get this visa. So most of the state sponsored visas such as 190 and 491 would also require you to meet state's criteria in addition to the Department of Home Affairs criteria to meet to get that nomination from the state. Now 190 visa requires you to be committed to that particular state. Generally the visa grant letter does not have any condition, but people are expected to stick to the same state where they got 190 for at least 2 years in certain states. Now you can apply for citizenship as well. Now one thing that I forgot to mention here, people as of today, the Department of Home Affairs applies 3 skill lists. First one is a medium and long-term strategic skill list, second one is short-term list, and third one is regional occupation list. So if you are getting 491 visa, you can pick any occupation from any of these 3 lists. However, for 190 visa, you can pick occupation from short-term list and medium-term list only. Even though states publish their own criteria and own lists and different occupations, but they make reference to Department of Home Affairs standard lists. Okay, so next is subclass 189 visa. This is what everyone wants to have. So 189 visa is a permanent resident visa, and invites for this visa come from Department of Home Affairs directly. You require at least 65 points of your own, and you need to have an occupation which is medium and long-term strategic skill list. Only those occupations are eligible for 189 invites. You're required to do expression of interest as you do for 491 and 190. But 491 and 190 also involve state nomination, which is added step as compared to 189 visa. 189 only requires EOI, and your EOI is picked for invitation, then you directly lodge visa application. Now you can also apply for citizenship, you are eligible for government benefits, Medicare and all those things. Now how much it may cost you to apply for these visas? Now the visa application charge is pretty much standard across all these three visas. It is roughly $4,800 for the primary applicant, and I think roughly $2,800 for the secondary applicant, and these charges can increase with every financial year. So we are expecting another increase, and that information may come in next couple of days. So if you guys are in Australia, or if you are offshore, if you have a professional occupation and some kind of work experience, or you have some trade occupation and some kind of work experience, you may be eligible to apply for Australian visa as a general skilled migrant. Lots of people living in countries such as India and Indian subcontinent, many people in Africa and many other countries, you may be eligible for visa for Australia on the basis of this general skilled migration. Remember guys, these visas are point-based visas. That means you get points for age, you get points for your qualifications, you get points for your partner skills, you get points for your English, you get points for your onshore work experience. If you are in Australia, you get points for offshore work experience, you get points for your NATI exam, you get points for professional year. So your situation could be different. So if you are one of them, and if you really want to discuss it with a registered migration agent, whether you are in Australia or offshore, please head to our website and book appointment from there, and we'll be happy to help. I hope this information was helpful. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.